And hello! We're back for more Genshin Impact. And yes, we're about to move on to the third part of this whole event. And honestly, I'm kind of waiting for the time to hit 8 a.m. I sped it up just like I always do. So now it's just a matter of like 3, 2, 1, and my time's off. There we go.
Filming time again. Our schedule is jam-packed for the next couple of days too. We've got so many different locations and sets to cover.
We should get to it then.
Anyway, let's head out and meet up with the others.
Let's do that, Paimon. Am I being too much right now? And I don't think there's really a better way to get there than maybe going this way. Just go around the bend. I don't like it when I can't teleport places easily. Oh, hello. This is Farina's place, right? Oops, wrong button. I'm here pressing E, thinking that's how you pick things up. Thanks, Lethal Company. Oh, we picked up the 2 Musketeers, too. You don't know how badly I want to say Mouseketeers. Wait. I'm a bit off. Yeah, this way.
The tea here just keeps getting more.
Huh. Maybe find a new place to drink tea then.
I'll do that, guys.
Really, where the heck am I going? Are we going to the fountain? Higher. Wait. Okay, we're there. Saying higher doesn't help. Because it makes you think I actually have to go higher instead of being on the same level that I'm at. I guess we're going to be taking the waterways to our next location. Whoa, a whole day passed. The lone isle glimpsed through fog. Wait, it's like 2 days passed. Both the filming and the criminal investigation progressed at a steady pace over the next few days. That's a very quick overview. And I could have slowed down on reading it too. You just never know.
Good work, everyone. We're looking to wrap with our 2 main ladies today. I can already smell our success.
A shower might be in line then. Oh, forgot. Otto.
What do you mean, looking to wrap?
It means completing the filming of all of their scenes. It means finalizing everything we've recorded for them so far. Second one.
Oh, aren't you the expert now?
Something like that. Who's this? Is that just one of the actors?
This upcoming scene is the 2 Musketeers' final confrontation with the Baron.
I bet it's the
There'll
Baron.
be quite a bit of action.
Some
but
fancy
no
looking clothes. I was
choreography
thinking maybe it was the
beyond
back that
what
came to
we've
set.
already rehearsed. Anyway, get ready. Lights, camera, action!
The view is beautiful tonight. It reminds me of that fateful night 10 years ago.
When you killed her mother?
And now that I've said it, I can even make out the faint fragrance of herbal tea in the air.
He didn't even try to hide it.
Enough, villain. It's time that you pay for the death of our mother.
My dear Iris, have you forgotten your manners? How can you speak like this to your own father?
Because he's a villain?
I'd sooner swallow all of my teeth than call you father.
What did I expect? Seems the daughters have turned out to be just as obstinate as their foolish mother.
Or their father.
In this world, Mora and status is everything. She thought she could blackmail me using her children and force me to grant her recognition and concessions? Ah, how naive can a woman be?
Mother never asked a single thing of you. All she wished was for us to live a peaceful life, just like the others.
It was you who personally brewed the poison of prejudice and sent Mother to her death.
Poison of
Compared
prejudice.
to that deadly poison, the 2 bullets that will soon pierce through your heart will be like sweet mercy.
And that's exactly why I said you're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me?
You got body armor
So
on?
let's see. What is stronger? Mora and power, or the 2 muskets in your hands.
I'd go with muskets, personally.
Get them!
Tulip! There are too many of them!
It'll be okay. We'll cover each other, Iris. And Mother will be watching over us, too.
Boom! Ooh, I like that. I feel like I'm really hurting the actors, though. Oh, wait, one more hit. There we go.
Final warning.
Fire!
Justice will prevail.
Oops. Didn't mean to switch to Chi-Chi, but I don't think there was going to be a choice.
To think I'd lose to my own 2 kids.
Uh-huh. Because you underestimated them.
We are no children of yours, and we'll never call that place our home.
Then tell me, what did you do all this for?
Revenge.
Lost your mother, and will soon kill your father as well. What will you gain in the end, other than sentences for your crimes?
We will gain our long-awaited justice. It's over.
Finally, it's over. So, where will you go now, Tulip?
I'm not too sure, Iris. Maybe somewhere with lots of flowers? After all, Mother always did love going where the blossoms were. What about you?
I want to go visit Mother's grave.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Huh? Tulip, look!
What is it?
It's Mother's favorite. The rainbow rose. Look, it's blooming again.
Where's Cut?
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Even I didn't expect this scene to go so well. And we got it in a single take. All right, everyone. We've got a wrap for Tulip and Iris.
Congratulations, Ayaka and Chevres.
Amazing performance. Great job. You've already wrapped your roles. No, amazing
Thank
performance.
you. I didn't expect our parts to wrap so quickly. I wish I could savor the experience for just a bit longer.
Paimon totally understands. Paimon's not ready to say goodbye to the clapperboard either.
I don't think you're saying goodbye to it yet.
It's been a lot of fun. You were great too, Chevres. The way you said, long-awaited justice. It gave Paimon chills.
That is indeed my favorite line in the whole book. I still remember trying to act it out in my room the first few times I read it.
Whoa, Paimon would have never guessed you're that type.
Who doesn't
Why not?
like stories where the guilty are punished and justice prevails over evil? Don't forget, I'm the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Which is why I gotta ask, is that really
Captain,
justice
I
in
have
your
something
eyes?
urgent to report.
Please
that the
excuse me,
case?
everyone. I'll be back in just a moment.
It's about the case. You should bring me in on it.
Don't worry about us.
Oh? Was she whisked away by work already?
Yep.
I was just about to tell her how great she did.
It seemed like some urgent official business.
Then perhaps we should thank the stars that we were able to wrap both of your parts so quickly today. Switching around the filming schedule would have been a real pain. Anyway, I actually came over to let everyone know that we're all done for today. You can go home and get some rest. And one last thing, Miss Ayaka. Your acting skills today were immaculate as always. Are you sure you won't consider taking up full-time acting? See, I just happen to know this great troupe that's still looking for a lead actress.
You realize how
Thank
much
you for
money
your
she
kind
comes from?
words, Director Farina. Unfortunately, there are still many matters that I have to take care of back home at the Yashiro Commission.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot remain in Fontaine to pursue an acting career. Nevertheless, I will make sure to treasure this incredible opportunity in my heart.
Oh, that's a shame. But I understand. Just let me know if you ever change your mind.
She's not gonna.
I believe it's also about time for me to take my leave. But hopefully I'll see you on set over the next few days. Even though my part's wrapped, I'd still like to swing by and help out the crew. See you tomorrow, Traveler in Paimon.
Bye, Ayaka.
Yep, see you tomorrow! Well, what should we do next? Maybe we'll go investigate the case some more with Chevres today.
Maybe we will.
Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
I knew it was about that.
Huh? Where are we going?
You could say that our ship has finally chanced upon one of those small, remote islands of intel.
Well, then let's get to it, shall we? Where are we going? Can we teleport closer? Oh, we definitely should. Wait, where are we at right now? Where are we at right now? I don't even know. Hold up. Let me... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we're right here. And so we got to go all the way over to here. Teleports! Wait, we're in Poisson, right? That's where we're teleporting to right now? Ah, just outside of Poisson. Are we here because of the flowers? Where are we going?
Paimon's exhausted. Paimon definitely didn't expect having to float this far after a full day of filming.
We teleported.
So, Chevres, why did you take us here?
Did you find a new clue?
Affirmative. It wasn't anything conclusive, but it should show us a clear way forward. Have you ever heard of someone by the name of Emily?
I know a lot of
You
people
mean
named
that
Emily.
famous perfumer?
Is that who you're talking about?
She's a good friend of mine. She's lent me her aid several times in the past to resolve some difficult cases. After I discovered the rainbow rose at the scene of the murder, I sent it to her. After all, she's probably the foremost expert on flowers and scents in all of Fontaine.
And then?
There was nothing remarkable about the flower or the trace amounts of soil left on it.
But did it tell you where the soil came from?
But according to Emily, the rainbow rose left by the killer was derived from a very rare cultivar.
Huh. Paimon didn't know that
What does
there were
cultivar
different
mean?
varieties of rainbow rose. Paimon just thought they grew everywhere in the wild.
So you're saying a person
Flowers
that
are
cultivated
deliberately
it?
cultivated will always show some different features from those that bloom in the wild. We already knew that the rose left at the scene belonged to a special cultivar, but with Emily's expertise, we were able to pinpoint the place where it was first picked from.
Is a cultivar a person or a space?
Oh, Paimon gets it now. So whoever first planted that rainbow rose was probably the killer.
Not necessarily.
Precisely. And after we checked what we learned against some sales records from the past, we discovered that there's only one person in all of Fontaine who could grow and sell this specific cultivar.
Really? And who is it?
It's the novelist.
I thought you ruled them out.
Say he had an alibi?
That's what I'm saying.
To be clear, I haven't changed my mind about him. I still don't think he was the one who pulled the trigger. However, that doesn't mean the true culprit never visited him at his home or never purchased a rainbow rose from his garden.
Or wasn't his
Whatever
twin
the
brother
case,
or
We
something?
will have to confirm a number of things with him.
So you mean the next
What if the
place
twist
we
was
need
it was
to go
his twin brother?
Yes, we're going to pay him a visit at his home.
How much are we paying? I guess we're here because we're on the way. So there's no point in teleporting because we're already as close as we're going to get. If only I could pick up the brush and start painting now. As long as I don't have to actually paint. I don't have that type of artistic talent. Ah, over here. I was expecting to find a house. Oh, is it that house down there?
That should be his house.
There are so many Gardamex stationed around the place.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty unusual, right?
I'd say so.
According to what he told me last time we spoke, he hired them so he won't be harassed or disturbed.
Or for defense against you.
So there are a lot of flowers in his garden, but Paimon doesn't think we'll be able to pick one without alerting the Gardamex.
Are we going to be creeping?
Which is exactly why I think there has to be a special connection between him and the killer.
So, should we knock?
Just wait here for now. I'd like to take care of a number of those Gardamex first.
But they're so far away. How are you planning to do that?
Sniping.
Don't forget, Paimon, I'm actually the real-life captain of the Musketeers.
Are we going to be shooting? Can we, please? I want to shoot. Let me snipe. We get to snipe. Press the aim button to start aiming, aim at an enemy, and press the shoot button to fire bullets at the target you are aiming at. Observe its surroundings and aim for the foes to shoot. One down. So I only see 2 more Gardamex. Yeah, I know. And then there was 1. Got him. Yeah, when it came to the little minigame things, I really enjoyed the shooting.
All clear. Let's go.
You're gonna pay him back for that, right?
Oh, wait! Paimon's a little nervous now that we know he could be the killer. Can we go over our plan of action again?
I'll go knock on the door and make sure it's safe inside. Once we're sure that we're in the clear, I'll ask him to come with us for a quick round of questioning at the guard's headquarters.
I have a feeling he's not gonna be there.
Just arrest him?
We still have no evidence that he's the killer, or that he lent the killer any direct aid. Still, it would be appreciated if you could pick a rainbow rose from his garden for me while I'm talking to him. It'll help the Marachose Phantom confirm Emily's theory.
Okay.
Sure, no problem. Just be careful, Chevros.
What if it was Emily? And she's lying as a cover. I think that's a possibility. What's with this? Oh, this is one of those teleport point things. Wait, let me out. Okay, I guess this works.
Excuse me, Mr. Baptiste, are you home?
Who could it be at this hour? Oh, it's you, Officer Chevros.
Would you mind accompanying me to the guard's headquarters, Mr. Baptiste? We would like to ask you some questions about a case.
Stay hiding in the flowers.
Oh, is it still regarding the murder case from before?
Yes.
I cannot confirm or deny that at this time.
So it is then.
Listen, I need you to come with me, Mr. Baptiste.
Miss Chevros, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, and you two over there? There's no need for you to pick my flowers either. It's not time for them to bloom yet.
Oh! Okay.
So, did we get one still?
By saving me the trouble, you mean...
I will confess. I was the killer.
Huh, okay.
He just admitted he's guilty!
Yeah, I didn't expect him to be so straightforward.
Please relax, everyone. I'm not armed. The musket you're looking for has been buried in my backyard.
Then it's my responsibility to inform you, Mr. Baptiste.
He's covering for
that
someone.
Everything you say right now will be used as evidence for the inevitable trial.
Considering there's still 2 more chapters of this, he's
Yes.
covering for someone.
I am perfectly aware of that.
I must say, I hate this feeling.
Oh? Is it because I confessed? Or because you've been proven wrong?
Both, I suppose.
That guy in the Flovostender. Why did you kill him? I know I said all that wrong.
For the same reason as the one I wrote out in my novel, of course. I did it to exact revenge.
Thought he had no
I
connection.
know you haven't figured out the link between the two of us. Had you done so, I'd have been taken away to the headquarters a long time ago. But that won't stop me from always remembering his grotesque face. After all, he was the one who killed my mother.
Your mother is still healthy and well.
You know, I was adopted as a child. I was referring to my birth mother.
That was never recorded in the orphanage's records.
Please forgive a 6-year-old child for concocting some lies to protect himself after watching his mother die right in front of him.
So, your novel, it was like a record of your life?
No, of course not. It was a work of fiction with many embellished parts. But I am indeed the illegitimate son of a wealthy and influential man who abused his power to murder my mother. That part
I
was
still think he's
100%
covering for
mine.
someone.
But the man you killed didn't have a Mora to his name.
He was a hired assassin. An irredeemable beast who sank his fangs into a defenseless woman just for a few bags of Mora.
But if that's really the truth, you wouldn't be telling us any of this now. You still haven't managed to take revenge against your father, the true mastermind behind it all.
I never thought I'd hear that kind of thing from the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
I'm
Just
simply
pointing out an
skeptical
aspect.
about your motives.
Same.
Simple, really. I've grown tired of everything and don't want to shoulder this burden anymore. You may have considered me too soft to pull the trigger. Well, as it turns out, you are exactly right. I've become overwhelmed by the aftermath of the murder.
So you're going to call a stop to your revenge, just like that?
The true mastermind is too rich and too powerful for me. I've accepted that I will never be able to avenge my mother alone.
And so what? The characters in your book never gave up.
Now, Officer Shavras, I'm the one who has killed a man, aren't I?
No.
Are you trying to convince me to commit another crime?
What's your father's name? How do you plan to prove the veracity of all of your claims?
Who are you covering for?
I'd like to speak with you privately.
Sure. Why don't we speak privately at the guard's headquarters?
No, it has to be here. I
Why?
must ensure that we won't be overheard.
Fine. Let's talk here.
When I said won't be overheard, I meant by anyone. I would like to speak with you and you alone.
We can go somewhere else for now.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Where are we gonna go?
Stay safe, Chevres.
All right. Let's hear it.
Will you really believe what I'm about to say?
Well, that depends on what you're going to tell me.
Understandable.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then listen closely.
Ooh!
So that's how it's all connected.
Is it the film's funder?
So,
He didn't want the
seems
film
you
to be
believe me
made.
after all.
Do you want me to go public with this?
No, of course not. At least, not right now.
Then why did you bother telling me?
You've read my work. What do you think? Even if you were to go public with all of this right now, he'd simply deny everything. It's been too long. Almost 20 years. Anything that could be used as evidence has long faded away. Even if there might have been a solitary island of truth once upon a time, it has long sunk beneath the waves by now. Justice will never find him.
Not if you don't try.
I know that as the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, you will always stand on the side of justice. But Do you really think a cushy life in prison really constitutes justice for him? I bet he could lead an extremely comfortable life in the fortress of Meripede.
What are you trying to say?
I've been observing you from a distance. Your portrayal of the musketeer was exquisite. Pull the trigger of justice against him. Let the villain get what he deserves.
You want me to let you go so you may complete your revenge?
No, Officer Shavras. I know that would be impossible. No. What I'd like is for you to perform the deed on my behalf.
Meanwhile, not far away.
Oh, Shivra sure is taking her time. What could they be talking about anyway?
Thinking about it,
Paimon's
we just took out his
worried.
defenses.
What if he decided to attack her?
I have full confidence in Chevra's fighting ability. If anything, he's the one I'd be worried about. I think you mean he's the one I'd be worried for, is what you want to say.
Oh, you do have a point.
Yeah, his father might actually come to try and
Do
kill
you
him.
have any idea who the rich person might be? And
It's
why
the backer.
novelist doesn't want us to hear what he's saying to Shivras?
It's the movie's backer.
Sorry to keep you waiting, you two.
It's the movie's
Hey, how did it
backer.
go?
Did you figure out who the rich person you mentioned was? What should we do next? Does he get arrested?
I've already sent someone to escort Baptiste back to the headquarters for questioning. He wasn't lying about the musket. It was indeed buried in his backyard.
But what about the name? Did he tell you the name of the rich guy?
Yes, he did. But for now, I have to return to the Special Patrol. There are still a few loose ends I need to tie up.
What's going on? It feels like she's keeping something from us.
I'll probably be quite busy over the next few days, so apologies if you don't see me on set.
All right, Paimon understands if you can't tell us everything you know. We'll just keep an eye on the Steambird then.
Actually, there's still something else I need your help with.
Guadabito. And the Lone Isle Glimpse Through Fog is finished. After not even a half hour. Oh. Maybe this 5 parts won't take 5 episodes. Kind of like the last time quest. All right. Where the roses bloom. Let's go to it. Let's do it right now. Only a half hour has passed. We need to do more. This isn't a full episode yet. Even doing the next little mini game, it won't be another full episode. Let's bring it right to 8 o'clock. There's no introing an episode now. And new day. And let's get started with the next part, shall we?
We haven't seen Shivra since that night at Baptiste's place.
You mean that place right over there?
Well, guess there's no point in worrying about it now. Let's go join up with the others.
Okay. We are all the way over here. I'm teleporting over here. I feel like this is the best way to get to it. Because I think if I went to the waypoint that is actually closest, we would be down below ground. Here we go. Oh, we're going back to the station, aren't we? So this was a pretty good teleport point. I'm running through bushes. Yes. Here we go. Let's start up the next part. I'm kind of hoping that this part is shorter and the last part is longer.
Good morning! Hayaka and I were just talking about you.
Why?
Is Shevra still not joining us today?
Nah, she'd be busy.
Probably not. We haven't seen her either.
Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left before wrapping up the entire thing. She even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes, so everyone will have a chance to shine in front of the camera.
Except for the man
We're
behind
also
the camera.
planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming. You can join us, right?
Of course.
If only Chevros was here. I still haven't taken a photo with her.
I'm afraid that can't be helped. Those special patrol folks are like phantoms when they've got a case on their hands.
But to be honest, I'm even more concerned by what I read in the Steambird earlier this morning. It said that the killer in the murder case was none other than the author of the Two Musketeers.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. He came forward and confessed his crimes, but gave no explanation as to why he pulled the trigger. We didn't know about this case at all when we joined the film. Is it going to affect the reception of our work?
Probably bolster
From a
it.
pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, though, that no director can be perfectly comfortable with garnering attention through means other than artistic skill.
To be fair, I feel like that ship sailed the moment you allowed yourself to be named as the director on our posters.
True.
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity has,
Forsaken you?
Sunk to an all-time low?
spread to the four corners of Tibet.
Yeah, I don't know what it's saying at all. Where the roses bloom. So what's going to happen next?
Excuse me, everyone.
Yes.
Xavier! Feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
I've been talking non-stop with the Film Association, and I'm absolutely swamped trying to coordinate the film's marketing.
How?
So forgive me for not being around more often.
The marketing is
Please
doing
believe
itself.
me when I say that I will make sure everyone's hard work gets the exposure it deserves.
Oh, seems like you've been fighting your own battles.
Yes, that's one way to put it.
And who's this man with you?
Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, please allow me to finally introduce you to the original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
He's the guy.
A pleasure to meet you all.
Is it really?
Yes, glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris. We've heard about the issues you've encountered with your financial situation, and genuinely hope that things have taken a turn for the better.
He'd be lying, though.
Well, the situation has indeed improved somewhat.
You don't sound confident.
Don't worry, Mr. Morris.
'Cause he's been
Accidents
lying.
and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame yourself over it.
He hired a hitman.
The good news is that we're almost done filming now. And I would even say that this is the best story I've ever seen.
Is that so? I see. That's great news.
Yeah, he's not happy about it. He's the guy.
All right, now that we've gotten all the pleasantries out of the way, let's get this show on the road. We'll mostly be filming typical people and scenery from the streets today to improve the sense of environmental ambiance in some parts of the film.
B-roll.
Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya as well. They'll be used to show outsider perspectives on the fates of the two musketeers.
That's right. Ayato should be here any minute.
Excellent! Then let's start with the scenery shots. Camera and clapper loader, you're up.
I bet we are.
Remember, all we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you happen to find some particularly lovely patches of flowers and grass, feel free to grab some close-ups of those as well.
Okay.
Ready? Lights! Camera! Action! Okay, now move the camera slowly. Try to focus on that flower.
Take a close-up shot of the flower.
What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit.
Take a close-up shot of the flower.
Something the matter?
The camera seems to be broken. It's not responding like usual.
Huh? But wasn't it working fine for all the days before?
Yes, but then someone showed up.
Veronique, can we try a different camera?
No problem. How about this one?
I bet it's messed up too.
All right, let's give it another try. Lights! Camera! Action!
Channel malfunctioning noises.
Don't tell me. This one is broken too?
By the third one you do,
Do we have any other spare ones?
then
we
you know
could
it's
use?
sabotage.
I'm afraid we only brought these two today.
Is it not obvious it's sabotage?
What? Then go find a workshop to get them repaired right away. Oh, and you too, Bono. Go find our spare camera in the warehouse and bring it back to the set.
On it.
She needs to calm down a little.
Greetings, everyone. My apologies for the delay.
That's cool.
Is something the matter, Ayaka?
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment today. We're stuck for the moment.
I see.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors, to the makeup booth. We'll start on the next scene as soon as we get a working camera.
After some time, Veronique returns with the
People
camera.
at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen off. That's super strange. It was perfectly fine just yesterday.
Well, no time to dwell on that now. Let's get back to filming. Ahem! Quiet on set! Places, everyone! Lights! Camera! Action!
By the way, have you heard about that recent murder case?
Yes, I have. It seems that they've caused quite the commotion in the city.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Oh? I find that quite hard to imagine, considering how he already looks most days.
Director, we have a problem.
Oh, we're in the middle of a take! Couldn't you wait until we wrapped up this scene?
No, Director, our film, all the finalized film that we've been keeping in the case has disappeared.
It's Morris!
What did you say?
Mr. Bono, please take me to where the film was kept right away.
I'm coming too.
It's obvious what's
You
happening.
idiot! You have to stay here. Oh. Okay, listen up. Everyone who's not working on this current scene can go with Bono to look for the film. Everyone else, stay put and wrap up the scene. Unbelievable. How could all these problems happen in just one day?
Sabotage. After some time.
We're back.
How did it go? Did you find the film?
We found it in the sewers.
Huh? In the sewers? Is the film still okay?
We discovered it just in time, so we should still be able to salvage it. The others are checking now to see if we lost any specific scenes.
You scared me for a moment there. I nearly thought we had lost everything. I really don't want to experience that feeling of despair again.
Okay, but who could have stolen the film and dumped it there?
Morris.
Could it be
Morris.
some competitors working on other films?
It's Morris.
But if they wanted to harass us, why wait until the last day?
Who showed up on the last day? There he is!
We don't have time to really look into it right now. Let's strike while the iron is still hot and wrap this thing up once and for all.
Yeah, let's finish it.
He's going to step in and ruin it if there's no other plans of ruining it. Thanks to everyone's efforts, you finally wrap up the final scenes of the film. Even though unexpected situations were and problems stuck around over the film,
I would
something I don't
like
know.
to officially announce that our entry to the festival, The Two Musketeers, has now concluded filming.
Paimon is spent. It's so late already.
Who's going to step in
Even
and
though
cause
the filming
problems?
process proved to be extremely challenging, everyone provided valuable and unique contributions to the final product. Thank you all for your dedication and support.
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all of you. Really, you've all helped me so much.
All right, let's save the awards speech for later, and hopefully also get some rehearsals in before the real thing. Anyway, now it's time to party! Let's all make our way to the beach and have a celebration feast so loud and fun that even the blubber beast will want in.
Sounds like it'd be pretty loud.
Party! Paimon wants to party!
Talk to everyone. Well, if there's only 2 people we gotta talk to, that's not everyone.
Whoa, this place is hopping. Everyone's finally getting to relax after wrapping up the film.
Morris isn't relaxing.
Let's go chat with someone.
Let's talk to the siblings.
Hey, Ayato! How's your work been going?
Everything went rather smoothly. Thank you for your concern.
Ayato told me that we've already confirmed the dates for some Inazuma Fontaine cultural exchange events. So the next time we visit, we'll be doing so in our capacities as the representatives of the Yashiro Commission.
Oh,
Nice.
that's great! Then maybe Paimon will be able to find Fontaine detective novels in Inazuma from now on.
That's what you're worried about?
Wait, wouldn't Yaimiko get upset if that happens? That would be stealing some of her business.
As long as the novels are sufficiently interesting, I don't think she'll mind.
You've got a point. She's always complaining that light novels have become bland and too predictable after all.
The cultural exchange won't only feature literatures of both nations, of course. We have also made plans for cross-cultural engagements in the fields of gourmet cuisine, toy making, and artisan craftsmanship.
Whoa! Paimon's getting super excited now!
When the time comes, be sure to visit and participate in all the events.
Okay. All right, and the next conversation will be with Farina. Excuse me. She's stressing about the problems, I bet. Understandably so, too.
My darling clapper loader and camera operator, you've both worked really hard.
Thanks.
Paimon thinks you worked even harder than us. Honestly, Paimon was getting a little tired of playing with the clapperboard by the end of it. Worst of all, Paimon started having dreams of you shouting, "Lights, camera, action!" into Paimon's ears. The actual dream can't even start until you've yelled that.
Hey,
Interesting.
if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful in your dreams? We've been through so much together, and that's how your brain remembers me?
Yeah, it's kind of depressing, isn't it?
That's not Paimon's fault. We've just used the clapperboard too much lately.
Anyway, what's most important is that we've wrapped the film. I'm pretty confident that we'll take first prize.
You mean the Farina Award?
Hey, no need to mention the official name.
Oh, is she embarrassed about
Now
it?
that you mention it, if we did win the prize, would Farina just get a statue of herself?
That'd be an ego
Come
stroke.
on, I don't need that kind of attention. Xavier can accept the reward on our behalf.
But just imagine! Farina accepting the Farina Award and holding a Farina statue.
Yeah, it sounds like an ego stroke.
I'm going back to my dessert now. You all can keep discussing that on your own.
Shouldn't you be worried about the sabotage? It's obviously sabotage. Talk to everyone. Shiori. What's she gotta say?
Shiori!
Hey, you two.
Hey.
Are you not really into these kinds of big social occasions?
Not particularly. But this is still
Understandable.
better than Fontaine Fashion Week.
But if this film becomes a big hit, people will definitely come flocking to your shop.
Yes, that's highly likely. As long as the film can premiere as planned.
Are you still worried about the case?
Mm-hmm.
That and all the obstacles we had to face today.
You're right. It's as if all our bad luck just manifested at once.
You think that was bad luck?
Why today of all days?
Because the investor showed up. Because the investor is who the movie's about.
No, it's nothing. We've already delivered the film to the editors, so there should be nothing more to worry about.
How are you doing, Mr. Morris? You having a good time?
Well, you could say that. Do you happen to know when the party is scheduled to end?
Why?
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, I'd say probably not until well after midnight. Is there something that you still have to take care of at home, Mr. Morris?
Destroying the film?
Well, I'm just not a late night person, so I might take off shortly.
Sure.
No! Silly me. I almost forgot something super important.
Oh, what is it?
Don't answer him.
Prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party, but I forgot to bring them over from the warehouse.
Fireworks, you say? Well, that's, truly a pity. Sorry things didn't go as planned.
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me? Are you sure that you can't find anyone else?
Keep him occupied. Yes. Keep him occupied.
I just wanted to make this a surprise for everyone. The warehouse isn't far from here. We'll be there in no time. Pretty please, Mr. Morris.
Make him
These
do
are some
it.
of the best fireworks I've ever made. So I also
Wait, how
want
does
you
she
to
get
see
it
them
across
before you
borders?
leave. They're stunning. I promise that they'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you'll never forget.
But
what?
It's okay, just come with me. If we're sneaky enough, nobody else will see us leaving.
all right.
The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's probably because I'm used to carrying fireworks all the time, so it doesn't feel like a lot of work to me.
I'll let them finish talking before I go. Oh, they're done talking. Okay. Enter the warehouse.
It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Why did I have to get roped into this? What was that? Who's there? Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
I'm glad everybody knew who it was.
You've got the wrong guy. It wasn't me.
Who was it then?
Killer.
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this. She fought your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is Eliza's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake! It has to be! There's no way!
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean? Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child. Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She forced my hand. No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell. I'm Captain Shovraz of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for Eliza's murder.
Huh?
Nice, Paimon.
You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique. Or perhaps I should call you the Second Musketeer.
The twin. Wait, he said child. He didn't know there was a second one?
What's going on? This wasn't in the script.
Drop the gun, Veronique.
Why? Why would you keep me from exacting revenge on this heartless monster?
Drop your weapon. This is my final warning.
What is going on?
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? Everything that took place just now was staged to get you to confess the truth.
Well, except for
But this last
Veronique.
part is all improv, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Shivers, you told us you wanted us to help you stage a play. You never said anything about the Second Musketeer.
I don't know if she knew about the second musketeer.
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory until now. Thank you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? They should be on standby just outside. Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us. We'll be rejoining them shortly.
On it!
So what do you think, Morris? Care to talk about what happened 20 years ago?
You already started.
My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the interrogation room. I'd wager that you wouldn't last for more than a minute in there. With the recording we made, you have no chance of winning in court. Cooperating with us now is the most practical move.
All right. I'll talk.
Good.
I hired an assassin to murder Elisa. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful, and after some time I fell for her. We kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but it wasn't long before she became pregnant. And if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
She believed that you were truly in love with her.
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, you did.
I gave her a large sum of mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of the baby.
You betrayed her.
10 years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought Baptiste was the only... you mean...
Yeah.
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill her?
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family.
Still about money.
So if anyone were to find out about Elisa, my life would be completely ruined. I didn't have a choice.
Yes, you did.
You always had a choice. You just made the wrong choice. Again.
Mm-hmm. And now it
Do you
all
know how it
comes
feels
out.
to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know we could ever take a breath. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening when we finally climbed out and gathered around our mother. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the Musketeers.
Marketing on their
No,
movie is
that's why
through the
I
roof
became
now.
a musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me. My brother had nothing to do with it.
I figured that.
As much.
Yeah, he was covering. That makes him an accomplice, so he's still in trouble.
You did?
I once told these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me the wrong way. I think what really tipped me off was, how could I not feel a sense of regret in him?
Huh?
Because he was all for it.
Confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met. But he didn't say a single word about you. He insisted that he was the sole perpetrator in the case.
Because he wanted to defend her.
After the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to reassemble it. Wanna guess how far he got?
Probably 2 pieces.
He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched a gun in his life. Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity for his partner. So, I decided to play along. And
He's still
as
an
expected,
accomplice.
the second musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get separated from the rest of the cast. Besides, Why else would he call the novel The Two Musketeers?
Yup.
How did you know it was Veronique?
She knew how to handle
I figured
guns.
it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's name. That so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding.
Yep, saw that.
After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Eliza all those years ago.
Yeah.
Human scum.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that.
Of course not.
With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just as I expected.
Ruined the equipment, threw away the film.
Behind all those mishaps today?
Duh! It was obvious.
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris and look for an opening. And if they
Fair.
already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then that narrowed the list of potential suspects as well. Furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew. With that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records. Guess whose name I saw on the same page, just a few lines from his.
Veronique.
My brother. He trusted you.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed on his behalf?
He trusted you to stand on the side of justice.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told him to go to hell. I really thought you'd put a bullet in his brain. You know what he has done. Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a king in the fortress of Meripede? I will never be able to forget the feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless hands.
Well, you'll be going there with him.
You would call
Yeah, with
this
your brother.
ending fair? Is this what you call justice?
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when your brother first told me about the truth. I wondered. I agonized over whether I should really put a bullet in his head.
So why don't you?
It's not for her to do.
Because that should never be how justice is carried out in this world. Perhaps, to you, justice is simply reciprocated. An eye for an eye, and a life for a life. But everyone has their own understanding of justice. If everyone were to pursue their own definition of it, there would be no more order in this world. Today, you'll kill Morris, and tomorrow, his children may come for you. The world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge. That will only lead to a cycle of revenge, as well as the destruction of order and civilized society. Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is why we are the nation of justice. But with all that said, I will promise you this. Morris will not lead a cushy life in the fortress of Meripede.
Chevros, the rest of the special patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Yoimiya. Letelier, Terena, please take them away.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
I know.
Justice has not been delivered. At least, not today.
I feel like she's going to feel guilty over this.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew.
Are you okay? I think you made the right call.
Thank you for your concern. I'm fine. I'm just thinking about the things in life that have driven people to take justice into their own hands.
You explain everything that happened to the rest of the crew.
Who would have thought Morris would turn out to be... I'm at a loss of words. How could he have done something like this?
I'm just glad that you're all safe and sound. Who knew that such a labyrinth of cases would be behind this story?
Well, what should we do now? We have a finished film, of course, but should we still go ahead with the premiere?
What do you mean? Shouldn't you be even more motivated to spread the word now that you've learned the truth?
Chiori is right. I'd also like more people to see this story for themselves.
But the real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in the script. Is that still acceptable to you, Miss Chevreuse?
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Fiction is able to explore means of restitution that could never work in real life. Just like the real world, the world of stories also has its own set of rules and justice. These different possibilities are what initially drew me to reading in the first place.
Sounds good to me. I support your decision.
What about Veronique? Will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and Morris. If I had to guess, they'll probably all be sent to the fortress of Meripede. I'll make sure to give Risley a heads up about it.
Oh, you mean that kind of heads up?
Exactly.
Ahem. All right, then the matter's settled. Now that everything's been taken care of, there's no reason for us to keep looking all gloomy and grumpy. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other's company. We'll be starting the post-production process tomorrow. You should join us, Chevreuse. You missed the first few hours of the party, didn't you?
All right. Count me in.
Then I'll wait for you over there. There's still some good news that I'd like to share with Chevreuse.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? I'd like to go on a brief walk with the two of you.
Absolutely. See you then.
Thank you very much.
They're playing Gene Simplification.
Sorry for the wait.
It's okay. We didn't wait long.
We weren't waiting long at all. Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt that since you were my investigation partners, I should have another conversation with the two of you.
What?
Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes?
I would have done the same as you. I would have helped him get his revenge. I don't know. I would have done the same as you.
Is that so? Well, thanks for sharing.
An eye for an eye makes the whole
When
world
I was
blind.
young, my father
Yeah, that's
often
not the best
took
thing
me
to say
here
to
to
her.
swim. We'd come rain or shine, even when it was freezing cold. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore, especially when the water was cold.
Oh? Why's that?
Because the moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't received my vision. One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin, and the seawater was so frigid that it numbed my toes the moment I stepped in. I cried and begged my father to spare me from having to swim across, but he wouldn't listen. He used to be a member of the Special Patrol as well. You could say it was his way of educating his children.
That sounds awful.
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the icy water. The bone-chilling cold took away my senses. I couldn't feel anything but fear and rage. I waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore. I realized that if I were to give up, I really would die right then and there.
You didn't handle it in the right way, though.
I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. Those few minutes felt longer than my whole life up until that point. I did, however, make it to the other side. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that, nor have I ever cried again.
That way of teaching would have never worked on Paimon.
Yeah, I
course
don't
not.
think that was the right method for anyone.
Nope.
It's just
Definitely not.
working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still sometimes feel like I've been tossed into that winter sea all over again. The anger and the helplessness.
Chevres.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. The alternative would be to forever lose myself among the waves. Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims faster.
I'm game.
You guys go ahead. Paimon will grab the clapperboard to mark the start of the race.
Have a swimming contest. So where are we swimming to exactly? Alright, so we're swimming to the next point. What are we seeing right here? Are we sure we're not going to stop illegal activity instead?
Whoa, that felt good.
Oh, that was the whole swim to the other side?
You were so fast in the water, Chevres.
I didn't see
You
her.
were swimming even faster than Paimon can fly. So, about the special patrol. Did you join because of your dad?
Partly, but I'd say I was more inspired by the heroes I read about in stories growing up.
Oh, so it's due to your love of stories.
Of course, it was only after I joined the Special Patrol that I learned that truth is often stranger than fiction. Come
True.
on, let's walk a bit more.
How much more we gotta walk? Save some time for the next episode.
To be honest, I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance.
I. Singular. So where are we walking to? Wait, are we near... No, we're not near Baptiste's place, right?
Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel a lot better after getting all that off my chest.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Huh. We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Ah, we were.
Huh, you're right. I didn't realize we were so close.
We were.
He really did plant a lot of flowers. It's just like how he described it in the story.
And it was probably his mother's favorite.
Wait, Paimon, Traveler, look! The rainbow roses in the garden. They're in full bloom now.
Where the roses bloom. For the Two Musketeers triumph, we gotta wait until 2 days later. But I don't think that I'm gonna bother with doing this now, or even doing the festive events. I think I'll wait to do these two next time with the last part of the story. So, wait. Give me that. All that to say that this is going to be the end of the episode. And we're back. And we have to go to the Two Musketeers Triumph. Well, we got to go to the film festival. Chevres was right here when I got into the game. I skipped ahead 2 whole days. And as you can see, there is now... Yeah, that is his house. One of the Two Musketeers' houses now has treasure hoarders at it. And a cage? Why do they have a cage? You know what? Forget it. Let's continue on with the story. All right. Two Musketeers triumph. This is the day that the winner of the Farina Award shall be revealed at the Fontanelli Film Festival. Fontanelli. I like Fontanelli better than whatever I was about to say. This is no time for delay. We must head down to the venue. It's just after midnight. Wait. Navigate. There we go. And Teleport here. The festival is above ground, right? Just like all the stalls are. I kind of hope so. Let's get into it. Some more time passes after that. The film has a successful premiere, and the Musket murder case also successfully comes to an end.
Yay! It's been a while.
It's been since last episode,
Hey there, you two.
which was yesterday for
Sorry
me.
I've been scarce. I've been buried in marketing and preparing the film for release ever since we wrapped post-production.
Why do you still need marketing?
The ceremony is today, right? Paimon wonders if we'll win the Farina Award.
I'd give it a 90% chance.
Why only 90?
Oh,
Why not 100? Why not 99.9 if you want to be a little bit more realistic?
I'm sure the others will also be here in no time. Xavier, if we end up getting called on stage, shouldn't you come up with a name for our crew?
What?
She was trying to think of his
We
name,
don't
wasn't
even know
she?
if we're going to win. I wouldn't want to jinx our chances by celebrating early.
Just open your eyes! Surely you've seen the audience's reactions to our film. We've had nothing but critical acclaim. You've also
about
had
other films?
conversations with the Opera House's operating staff, right? Didn't they want to increase the number of showings? With the mora you've made from the box office, you can now open your very own film company.
But that's all credit to my amazing crew. You've all helped to make this a reality.
He's one of
I can't
those
be
humble
the only
types.
one asked to come up with a name.
Well, give it some thought. I'm sure the crew will respect your choice.
Mm-hmm. I'm over here nodding with them.
All right, but before that, Traveler and Paimon, could I trouble you to quickly pay a visit to the Fortress of Meripede?
Huh?
Talk to the author, right?
Shouldn't we stay for the award ceremony?
I wanted to ask you two to invite Shavraz to join us at the ceremony.
Oh, okay.
She's one of the lead roles, after all. I haven't been able to find her recently, so I haven't had the chance to invite her personally.
That's kind of sad.
According to the papers, the culprits of the Musket murder case will be personally escorted today by the captain of the Special Patrol to the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
It'll be a piece of cake for us. Cake that Paimon will probably eat and then get us thrown back into the Fortress of Meripede.
Yep,
I'm never gonna let that go.
Xavier, and maybe try to come up with a few snappy-sounding names.
All right, then I'll leave you to it.
All right. All right, go to the Fortress of Meripede to look for Shavraz. After this episode is done, I'm never going to remember how to pronounce her name again. It's not a threat. It's just, I know how I am. I think we're on the same level as this. I don't know. I can never understand the level thing to the map. Well, I could. I just don't bother. Wait, we're... Hey, come in. We're in the production zone. That's what I was trying to avoid. Let's go up here. I could have just read... I'm being ignorant right now. Okay, down we go. Ha 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 ha. That's a different icon. So we're going to be bumping into Risley. I said his name right. Right?
This is as far as I'll be taking them. I'll leave the three of them to you now.
I have a feeling I said it
another
wrong.
errand to run?
Why am I so bad with names?
Something like that. I'm expected at a party.
Yes, she is, and we're here to get her.
Every day. Found a new pastime?
Acting.
No, it's just a special occasion.
Shavraz! Risley!
I did say it right. Boom!
Festivals really do bring people together. It's been a while since I last had so many visitors at the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, please. That whole mission wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, you could say
Maybe
that.
upload schedule it was.
Even our head nurse has gotten herself all worked up preparing super deluxe nutritious shakes.
Ugh.
Just one gulp and you'll have met all your nutrition needs.
Were you talking about work just now?
Mm-hmm.
We've already finished discussing everything. So, what do you think about my heads up, Mr. Risley?
About...
I believe I haven't yet made any promises or guarantees.
But you also didn't shoot me down. Here, How about this? You could give everyone a copy of the newspaper. Perhaps on the day when the cover story happens to, oh, I don't know, expose a certain someone's misdeeds from 20 years ago?
I suppose then a certain someone may soon find himself the most unlucky person in the Fortress of Meripede.
While
And
another
two of
two
them-
people will soon be hailed as heroes.
Yeah, they're all in there
Speaking of
together.
heroes,
All three of
you
them.
two need something from me?
Actually, we're here for...
Chevres.
You're here to invite me to the party, right?
Yep.
Don't worry, I didn't forget.
Good.
Ooh, then let's head back right away!
I'm on some patient.
Happy Fontanalia Festival!
Why don't you come
And
up
the
and say
same to
hi?
you.
You can come up and see the film. There's more showings of it, apparently. All right, return back to the venue. So much back and forth. Except for this is the only time we're going back and forth. We just started.
And the winner of the Farina Award for the first Fontanalia Film Festival is... The Two Musketeers!
It did win! They did have the most outrageous marketing.
Congratulations, Mr. Xavier.
We won? I can't believe it! I really can't thank all of you enough!
Get your butt up there and accept the reward.
My takes on Fontaine's entertainment industry have never been wrong.
Now, please welcome to the stage the producer of The Two Musketeers, Mr. Xavier!
Get your butt up there, homie. What are you waiting for? Go.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for your recognition and support. While I'm up here, I would love to give special thanks to...
They're gonna cut him off, aren't they?
Time really flies, huh?
No. They're just gonna make different dialogue
It
go over
certainly
his.
feels that way. It feels like it was only yesterday when you were teaching me to hold a musket.
Wonder if he's
Will you
long-witted
come
in
back to
speeches.
Fontaine again?
Of course. I'm very fond of the city. There's so many novel and interesting things that it's been hard to keep track of them all. But how about you? Would you be interested in visiting Inazuma?
Well, she kind of works for the
I
city.
can't say the thought has crossed my mind before, but I'd be willing to consider it now.
I guess she could get a vacation at some point. Like
It
Sino
would be
did.
wonderful if you could visit my home and enjoy a taste of our tea and desserts.
Yeah, let's keep in touch.
Did you accomplish all you came here for?
Yes. And you should visit Inazuma again sometime.
How has Ogura and her business been?
To my knowledge, she's doing quite well.
Tell her I said hi.
I certainly will.
I heard the thunderstorm has stopped.
Yes, and the war has also been brought to an end. Peace and prosperity has returned to the islands.
You can thank the
I
Traveler
quite
Paimon
like
for
the
that.
sound of that. Perfect for hanging textiles out to dry.
I'd like to offer my thanks again to the entire cast and crew.
Sounds like a long
Without
speech.
you, I would have never completed this film, much less had the opportunity to be standing on this stage. With the support of my entire crew, I would like to officially announce our film company, Musketeer Pictures.
Riding on the back of your success, I see.
Ooh, that has a really nice ring to it.
Does it really, though?
Then in that case, let's please welcome all the members of Musketeer Pictures onto the stage for a commemorative photo.
Oh, Paimon didn't know we'd also be taking pictures.
Of course he would.
Director Farina, I believe you are the most deserving person to raise this trophy.
Huh? No.
Egotism!
Please, it's so embarrassing.
It's an honor the director deserves.
Yes, I
Hold
agree.
that statue of yourself. I can't think of anyone more better for the honor. Anyone better for the honor, not more better. I added the more.
Just accept that you're not getting out of this.
Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1.
Musketeer Pictures!
You better have all the extras in the back, too. Where's the Baron? I know you won't have the author and Veronique, but there are more than just us that worked on that picture. That's kind of messed up. That's kind of really messed up. And we have now completed the whole storyline. I don't think there's anything left of it other than just the festival events. Yeah, I knew this would be short, but holy crap, this is short. All right, so how about we go do Extreme Drive? During the joyous festival, some involved with the filmmaking industry are wearing frowns. You and Paimon encounter an unfortunate contracted employee. Unfortunate contracted? Oh, they're right here too. Helene? That's how you say it. Fontinalia Film Festival. Great job! You really outdid yourself this time. As things stand, finishing the project before the deadline is nothing but a pipe dream. I'm just not in for a scolding. My boss is literally gonna kill me. Why is that young lady over there crying? You think she needs a doctor? I wonder if there's any professional therapists in Fontaine. When did you get here? Thanks for your concern, but right now what I need is a doctor that can resurrect my dying career. Paimon's pretty sure that isn't something a doctor can fix. It's only a job. Worst case scenario, you can always get another one. Work is pretty important. Maybe we should help. I hate the first sentence, or the first two sentences, the first option. Maybe we should help. With how high she's made the stakes seem, we can't stand by and do nothing. Just talking about it like this won't solve anything, though. Why don't you tell us more about your problem? That might be a little hard, considering it's a technical issue. Now, just how can I explain it? Well, first things first, my name is Helene, and I'm an engineer working for the Fontinalia Film Festival equipment supplier. I'm mainly responsible for developing audiovisual equipment. To achieve a certain effect when filming, our clients requested us to develop a kind of stabilization platform that can carry film cameras while moving at high speeds. These stabilization platforms also need to be able to carry puppets that look like actors or model animals playing the part of groups in the background. That way, they'd be able to keep the cameras fixed on the actors while moving at high speeds, or save them from having to splash out the camera to hire hordes of extras. On top of that, they're insisting that each platform has to be less than a third of the cost of a camera, and that its lifespan has to be at least 30 years. These are very high demands. How is anyone that picky? Even for a master craftsman, producing something cheap but durable that works well is nigh on impossible. But I managed it. After all, the customer's always right. We've had even fussier clients before, and I've nearly run myself into the ground trying to satisfy them. I would suggest finding another line of work, because they don't appreciate you. They don't love you like they should. Then what's got you in such a huff? The problem is I don't have anyone to test it. I've created the product, but unless I can get it tested, the project can't be considered complete. All the testers who have the basic grasp of the mechanics or are physically fit enough to have already been employed by the Fontinalia Film Festival for more important work. If the client receives a product that hasn't undergone proper testing and it turns out there's something wrong with it, I'll have to cough up 10 times the original payment amount in compensation. 10 times? It took your time. All I can do is hang around trying to sell our products while I look for some outside assistance. Even if it means that I end up losing money on this contract in the end, so be it. After all, it was my boss that signed the agreement with that client. Then they should be the one that pays it, not you. But I'll be the one on the hook, and if we have to compensate them 10 times the value of the contract. We've come this far, might as well tell us what the testing involves. Also, you should sue your boss if it comes down to that. That's right. As long as it's nothing too complex, perhaps we can handle some of the simpler stuff. It might not sound difficult, but it's harder than you think. To confirm how the stabilization platforms perform when running at extremely high speeds, I set them to avoid anyone who gets too close mode. The tester has to run after stabilization platforms with a specified area and chase as many platforms as possible into a target area as quickly as possible. It's a lot of possibles. For someone with poor stamina like me, chasing the stabilization platform more than a few steps is already enough to make them collapse from exhaustion. What's hard about that? It's just a bit of running around. that you described it, Paimon's positive this will be a piece of cake. It's just a few machines. Just you wait. We'll be hot on their tails in no time. You might even end up overtaking them if you're lucky. Testing limits and that sort of thing is a walk in the park. For real? What, genuinely? Are you actually serious? Then I'll pay you, please. The commission. You won't say no to that. But under the circumstances, if we accept too much of your money, our consciences wouldn't forgive us. Just pay us however much you'd usually pay your testers. Miracle workers, that's what you are. Not just doctors, but miracle workers, here to resurrect my dying career. The testing site is an empty domain near the city. Well, I'll leave it to you two then. You have my undying gratitude. After this many years in the business, finally a bit of luck. The boss won't be killing me tomorrow after all. After you finish this job, maybe you should consider switching bosses. Yeah, I agree. All right, go to challenge. Wait, where the heck is it? Oh, I see. It was the icon. I was looking for like a blue dot. Stabilization mecha balls automatically avoid testers and move in the opposite direction of the approaching tester. A stabilization mecha ball's movement is influenced by all testers. Use the characteristic to send as many stabilization mecha balls as possible into your zone within the time limit. In addition to the stock balls, glitz balls will also spawn. Stock balls are worth 1 point each and glitz balls are worth 7 points each. Jump boosters can be found in the testing grounds. Pick one up to perform an extreme jump that goes higher and further. It's perfect for rapidly moving to the other side of the stabilization mecha ball, so use it well. The test will be carried out in one of 5 locations at random. All right, extreme drive, let's get to it. Basically just says all stuff that we already know without getting too bogged down in the details. Reject. Do you have to play this with other people? I don't want to play this with other people. Screw this. Genshin, don't try to force me to be social. I'm not social. Into the frame! Sorry, young woman, I can't help you with your job. The young, talented film director, Mr. Petit Lumiere, gave you his business card. He seems to have a unique understanding of films. I read all that for that one challenge, all to be like, nope, not doing it. But like I said, Genshin or Hoyoverse, don't try to force me to interact with other people. If I want to, I'll do it. If not, don't force me. It's like freaking Pokemon where it's like, oh, you gotta trade Pokemon in order to make something evolve. I don't have people to trade with. Stupid Pokemon company. Great day, isn't it? Someone as famous as you, I bet people are always handing you their business cards. You know us? This kid's pretty sophisticated. Holding another in contempt merely on the account of their lack of years is a mistake only the most ignorant would make. I suspect that you two are not quite so shallow as that. My mind might be a little bit. I didn't intend to flatter myself, but my elder brother and I are famous local film directors. Everyone calls me Mr. Petit Lumiere. Hello. You plan on giving us your business card as well? I thought we were already given the business card based on the description. Correct! I'm quite keen on learning more about your adventuring experiences. In my industry, extraordinary stories are always in demand. As you appear not to be well acquainted with me, allow me to introduce myself. My elder brother and I have been working together in the film to produce films for quite some time and have already had quite a few blockbuster successes. Perhaps you've seen employees leaving the factory? Nope. Oh, that's okay. How about the arrival of an aquabus? I haven't seen that either. I see. That is nothing too remarkable. The road to fame and stardom upon which we two brothers tread is yet long, but we will certainly make even more popular films in the future. Film production, constructing and planning narratives, the performance of directors, and cooperation between cameramen and the director, and post-production processing, all of it is truly a fascinating process. Sorry, I had a burp while I was reading that. And among all these, I believe that the process of filming itself is the most technically demanding. What you choose to focus on while filming decides the information that will be conveyed to the audience, the atmosphere they will feel. Of course, the narration is very important, but you cannot expect a story to rely on narration alone. 4 shots. I've always believed that you only need 4 shots to construct the smallest divisible unit of a story. Within just these 4 shots, a genius can work miracles. Would the two of you like to try? Seize this opportunity and revel in the glamour and charm of filmmaking. So, what should we do? It's simple. I'll provide you with a few simple themes that have already been formulated into short scenes. The important thing is to try out different ways of handling both the narration and the camera, and combining them to film a few short scenes. Are the two of you interested? Our interest has been piqued. Marvelous! Then once the two of you are ready, you may go on to the filming locations I have already prepared. I will give you feedback on your finished products. I feel like this is going to be something like how we go to different areas and take pictures, something like that. The path of the sun. Navigate. Oh, can't just teleport there? Well, I guess we can teleport here. So we're filming under the sea. Are we? Under the sea. In Into the Frame, film several shots according to the director's requirements and compile them into a video. Camera positioning is key, and you should ascertain the camera position requirements beforehand. Some shots come with narration requirements. Select the most suitable narration according to the story. Once the positioning and narration of all shots are selected, you can start filming and view the results. Your video will be rated according to how closely it adheres to the director's requirements. As you do your best to satisfy all the requirements and receive a higher rating to win rewards. Okay, so it's going to be like what we did with Farina earlier. Path of the Sun, an actress played by Lynette, is lost amid the underwater seagrass and cannot find her way. When she looks up, the sunlight illuminates her face through the water's surface, showing her the way forward. Start shooting. The camera position requirements show the environment and that the actress played by Lynette is lost in. I'd say this one because it has her. Or wait. Showed the actress played by Lynette whispering to herself while lost underwater. I can't remember the path I took to come here. Let's keep going. It can't be far. Where should I swim? It all seems the same underwater. I remember the path I took to come here. Let's go. Let's do positive in the fact that she thinks she knows where she's going, only for it to end up being she's lost. All right, 2. Film how the actress played by Lynette looks as she swims through the seagrass. Easy. Highlight the bewildered expression of the actress played by Lynette. Okay. The sunlight shining through the water. And feels about finding her way again. I know, follow the sun's rays. After enjoying the refreshments, start shooting. I remember the path I took coming here. Let's keep going. It can't be far. I know. Follow the sun's rays. Beyond expectations. Why is it only 2 stars? Let me try. 10 points. 0 points. Voracious, ice swim, it all seems the same underwater. Just let it run its course now. I'm not going to read the rest of it because nothing else has changed. Just one line of dialogue. Divine handiwork. Cool. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And although this doesn't even end up being half an hour worth of an episode, that's going to be it for this one. Maybe, just maybe, I will go back and do this later, but not now. Definitely not now. Let me get my rewards for the divine rating. Yes. And as for over here, a joyous gift. I'll take the ultimate overlord sword. Thank you. And as for the event shop, I think I'll end up purchasing probably just about, I'll wait till later. So I was going to purchase everything except for these two, but I really don't know. It's hard to say, especially when I'm not doing a lot of things with these events because they decided to put in some crappy events. But that'll be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, like I said, sorry this is so short. Deuces.
So I wrote it in the rhyme. The Reverend Doctor got an 8K, wet working. The roaches get the race spray. My weak rhyme, my body, your best verses on game day. I touch the crowns of self-entitled kings. You leave the heat like LeBron when I melt your idols' vital things. This is Malcolm and Martin, Million Man March in Sparta, mixed with a legion of angels surrounding sons and daughters. Simon Peter with a desert eagle, waving it at Caesar. So if I was you, I probably wouldn't mention me either.